Morning guys, hope everyone's well. Week 8, fantastic. I'm really not sure where these 8 weeks have gone. I'm going to make it short and sweet because I'm about an hour behind where I want to be. Today's butcher day, so you'll either see this at the beginning of the butcher video or I'll put this on first and then you'll see. They're really ready to go because they've not been fed for just over 12 hours, in fact it's probably about 17-18 hours. And they've had water, they've not been locked in here. They went through the same routine every day, so they get locked away about 9-10 o'clock at night, and then I come about 7 in the morning to let them out. Well, today they're not getting let out as normal. You can see the crates behind me. It's butcher day. I plan to do at least 50, if not 80 of them, and then leave the rest for Christmas. But yeah, all in all, everything's gone well. Not really anything drastic to say. Everything's been pretty smooth. Apart from that one disaster with the drinker, but no, other than that, I can't say it's been a bad session, grow rate, whatever you want to say. All the birds are weighing between 3 and 4 kilos. So you know the hens are 3 to 3.5, and the cockerels are 3.5 to 4. I will in the later video when I've butchered a load. I'm going to take a break. I'll start weighing some and seeing what the average is. If you are going to do this, there's a 97 in there, so it's 3 shy of 100. I've gone through. I will do a video of the bags as well. I've got. I think I went through 20 kilo bags. Now if these are Ross 308, I think I may have gone for about 30. But who knows? There's a lot of things to depict how much food the bird will go through. That's the heat of the season, so if it's really cold they'll go for a lot more. If it's warm they'll go for a bit less, and all that sort of things. So yes, I've gone through at least half a ton of food. So if you're going to do this and you're thinking, can I afford it, or you know, is this for me? Just think about it. I've gone through about, only gone through 2 bales of shavings actually. I thought there'd be more, but we have had a few horrific days, but it's been relatively dry to be honest. So you could go through more. So I would have allowed 4 bales of compact bales of sawdust. There's half a ton of feed at least. There's 25 sacks. It works out £2 a bird. I'm working it out at the minute of food. It cost me £1.10. With shavings, you're probably looking about £3.50 a bird at the minute. Like I said before in the videos, I don't allow for time or anything because I do this because I want to. If you really want to calculate your labour because you're doing it for profit, then you're going to allow a day for butcher and an hour per day, just in case anything goes wrong. So it's 7 hours a week plus 1 day for butcher. If like me you're on your own, it's definitely going to take you a day. Yeah, I better get these birds out, get them started. I'll see you in a bit. Right folks, it's 11 o'clock, maybe about half 11 actually. Butcher day's over with. I didn't take any footage because I've left my tripod in my van, and my van's at the garage again. So it's hard to try and get any angles and hold the phone or camera in certain positions. So the rows, all the cockerels left bar 3 females. I said there were some runts. They're not really that runtish. They'd still make a good sized bird. Just, I had enough to do. I've done roughly 54 birds. Did them in 4 hours, which is amazing really. I don't know why I put off so long buying a plucker. It's just one of them things that I thought I could make myself pretty well. And I've done quite a few versions like I said before, but Christ, 3 birds at a time I was doing. The bigger ones, it did take a little bit longer, but it's crazy. It's amazing. It's just the difference that it's made. You still get the mess and stuff like that, but it's a lot easier to clean up because it's gone straight into a bowl. But anyway, it's gone really well. I couldn't have asked for anything better. The birds all dressed out, almost the same. There's a few variations in there. Couples are getting a bit rowdy now. They're not being fed for nearly 24 hours nearly. So That's why these are in here, stuffing their faces. I'm surprised these haven't. I think it's because I'm stood here actually. I sat here. They're not coming in. But yeah, I'd love to have shown you some footage of it, but I'll walk up to the garage and show you the fridge full. I'm slightly too efficient for myself at the minute. I've only got one fridge, and I like to keep them for at least 24 hours. So, or tomorrow they'll get bagged, weighed, and then maybe stay in the fridge again until Monday. This basically allows the meat to rest, and it makes for a better bird. I mean, when a bird's only 6-7 weeks old, it's never going to be very tough, but just a few things you can help to stop birds from going tough, and that's to let them rest and let rigor mortis basically set in, and the tendons start to break down. It's not a lot of time, but it's enough. But these are free range, so they're going to be slightly lot tougher than the supermarket bird. Not that they're ever that tough. Yeah, it's gone really well. Really pleased. I'm going to be going through half as much feed now because 50 odd birds gone. So yeah, let me just take you up to the garage and I'll show you the fridge. Alright guys, I've said before, you just have to excuse the state of the garage. Just one of them things. You rush in and you rush out. It's like today, I've spent 4 or 5 hours killing birds, but this is what a fridge full of birds looks like, basically. You have to excuse if this is stuttering. I think it is. With the phone. I'll watch it in a minute and see if it's thingy, but there you go. There's about, I think it's 54 in there. I kept on losing count. I've got a couple of cockerels. These are all hens. What I was going to do was do all the cockerels first and split them down, but I thought, well, I'll get all the whole birds out of the way first because it's quicker. So I decided to do all the hens as whole birds because they are basically the right size for us. They make a perfect bird, and if I want anything slightly larger, I'll just use a cockerel and just keep a couple of cockerels spare. But there you go. So if each one of them weighed a kilo, there's 54 kilos worth of meat in there. They're going to be weighing about 1.5. I will weigh a couple of birds and put a thing in the description, just for sake of it, basically. And I won't put this up until I've bagged. Actually, I won't put this up until I've bagged and weighed them. There you go. I'm knackered now, so I'm going to finish off cleaning up and call it a day. So I'll see you guys later. Okay guys, this is bagging time. I wasn't going to do it tonight, but I just wanted to get out of the way, to be fair, because the fridge is a bit of a mess, so I thought get these out, bag them and clean the fridge. So there you go. There's actually 50. I don't know where I got 54 from. Obviously miscounted, or miscounted the table, but if anybody wants to pause this and count them on the table, more than welcome. I did 2 cockerels. They both are 2.2. Well, one's 2.2 and one's 2.5 kilograms, and the hens are basically dressing out to 1.6. There is a couple of smaller ones in there, but they're still 1.4 kilos. So perfect size bird for us. There's two adults and a child. More than ample enough. These are just basically freezer bags from Sainsbury's. Medium bags fit a 2 kilo bird, believe it or not. These two in the corner are the 2 cockerels that I did. Ample of room, so if anybody's going to do this, the medium bags pretty much fit everything. But there you go. It's been a bit of an eventful day, out shopping and stuff, so that's it. You'll get bagged twice. I've seen people use these shrink bags. I've not found a decent place to buy them from yet, so I'll keep looking, but there's another process into it where I can just use 2 of these bags and put them in the freezer. So let me turn you around and I'll do a bit of a summary, I think. Hi guys, it's the next day. I sat down and did a quick bit of maths. Just purely for the fact I wanted to realistically work out how much these birds had cost me. Not whether it's worth it or anything like that, it's just a bit of fun, basically, so a bit of paper. So these birds, if I'd butchered every single one of them yesterday, would have cost me £339.50. That's working out they'd cost me £3.50 a bird, basically. Now I only did 50, So it's cost me 175 quid for these 50 birds. Don't forget, I'm not allowing for time. This is just purely for what they've cost me for feed, bedding, and the actual chicks themselves. No electric involved or anything like this. But even if you allowed an extra 50 pence per bird, that's still only £4. It's still a pound cheaper than any cheap or any supermarket free range bird. Now I know it's not the cheapest chicken, because you can buy a 1.3 or 1.4 chicken for like £2. It's about £3 for 1.5, 1.6 kilo chicken. But this is based on the latest prices of free range birds. So these cost me 175 for the 50 birds. If I was to go to Aldi or Lidl, it would have cost me 250 quid. So that's a saving of £75. That doesn't seem a lot to anybody, but I'll explain why it's important in a minute. So if I went to Morrison's, which is the next cheapest one, I didn't do it out Asda for some random reason. If I went to Morrison's, the bog standard, they do 2 different types of free range. I'd class this as the highest one, but I'm doing this on the cheapest you can buy a free range bird from any supermarket. So Morrison's is the next cheapest, which would be £342 to buy the 50 chickens. Bear in mind, the bog standard free range is 1.45 kilos, and these are 1.6. So you would be looking more the £5 mark, I think. So that being said, just working out on that bottom price, yeah, I would have saved myself £167. It's just based on 50 birds, not the whole lot, by the way. And then Tesco's, it would have been £350 to buy the 50 birds. So that would have been a saving of £175. Now, they're not massive figures. They're not like going to save me £1 million or anything like that. But the way I see it is, it does one of, say, 2 things. The money that we save, so if we shopped at Morrison's or Tesco's all the time, or even Aldi's or Lidl's, that's basically 100 quid a year that we're going to save. So that in turn then either helps us do one of 2 things. Either helps us buy beef or lamb, anything like that, other meat, or just class it as just other meat. Or what it does, if I bought from Aldi, that's £75 is almost what it would cost me to raise a pig. It's about, I reckon, about £80, or depending on feed prices. So that either buys a pig, almost 2 piglets, or it feeds a piglet up to butcher weight. So that means that 1 pig that we eat for the rest of the year is free, almost. Or it's virtually free, or next to nothing. So that's why it's slightly important, the end product or the end price, because, you know, if I shopped at Tesco's, that £175 would buy a piglet, butcher it, or slaughter it, butcher it, and it would be free. You know, you can't beat that, really, I don't think. Or it would pay for the lamb, more than pay for the lamb, because we don't pay that for a whole lamb. It would pay for the lamb, so that means the lamb is free. You know, just simple little things like this is one of the reasons why I do it. That, and the fact that I know that the chickens had a good life. I've explained why I do this anyway. Like the fact that you don't know how many birds have been dug through the same water for like 24 hours. It's had loads of birds through. Just silly things like that. So if you did this and you bought them from the same place I did, which is Piggott's Poultry, rock on, you guys. If you bought them from them, you could easily save yourself a minimum of, say, £75. Now, if I butchered all 97 of them, you know, it'd be an even bigger saving, because I'm going to have to feed these for another 3 weeks. 3 weeks I'm going to leave them to, because I've got busy weekends. If I take a day off in the week, I might actually get to do them. You don't know. So basically, anything from £75 to almost 200, which I think is pretty good. You know, it's like I said, it's not like £1 million. but like I said, it pays for everything else, doesn't it? Or it pays for something else. You know, what more can I say? What more do you need? You get good quality meat. It ain't the healthiest for you. Eating meat isn't. I've said this before. Well, the amount of meat we eat isn't. You know, it's good quality. You have the fun. My daughter's been involved in this. She's 3. She doesn't do a great deal, but she more hinders things than anything else. But it's experience. You know, she sees them from the little day-old chicks right up to the day before slaughter. Obviously, she's not around. Her mum took her out. You know, so it gives her some, you know, some experience in life and seeing where, you know, where things come from. Yeah. So, you know, you get the fun. I like growing animals. You know, I like watching them grow up and stuff like that. 3 of the hens are going to stay as layers as well. I may even keep a cockerel. We've been told off for keeping cockerels before, but I think that's just purely for the fact we had 3 guinea fowl, the 50 odd chickens, a couple of pigs. I think it got a little bit too much for someone. So there we go. The short and killers are, you save yourself anything from £75 to £175 for the meat birds. Basically, I was based on 50. So there you go. I'm going to sign off now because I've noticed in this video I've just waffled. You know, apologies for that. You come to see something rather than some guy just talking random shit.